Just when I thought I was about to go asleep, Blizzard turned round and turned Wrath of the Lich King into retail. What do I mean by that? This one simple development update, which has just gone live, contains some things that some of us probably don't want to see. Don't get me wrong, they are welcome changes by most, but it's really going a different direction to where I thought it was going to go. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, but there's things being added that are quite shocking. But at the same time, I am a big advocate for change, and as long as they're positive changes, I'm all for it. So there's a couple of things that I want to address first, then I'm going to show you in-game. So let's just have a real quick brief look up through this post. I'm not going to go over every little class bug that's fixed, because we just expect all of those to be fixed. But there's two big ones that I want to show you. So the first one is that the talent preview mode is now active. So we'll have a look at that in a second and I'll show you how it works. But the big one is this. Northrend story kappa quests now have items/emblems of heroisms to reward players for completing storylines in each zone. Now, I've had a quick look through my character that's level 80, and I left quite a few quest lines where they was bugged quests and I couldn't get them finished, and I've just had a look through, and you're going to be quite surprised at the amount of quests that give these extra rewards. I mean, even dailies for Sons of Hodir are going to be giving emblems of heroism. Is this a bad thing? I see it two ways. So, no, it's quite a good thing. You're going to be able to get epics just from doing quests, because let's not forget, ultimately, emblems of heroism are going to give you epic items from the vendor. But at the same time, with struggling to get heroic groups and no random dungeon finder, it could also have a bit of a negative impact there. That's how I feel about it anyway, because if you're getting all your emblems just from doing quests or doing your dailies, and it sort of diminishes the need to do those once you've got your reputations actually maxed, and remember, you'll be able to use these emblems to get heirlooms and things like that, which you ordinarily would have to do heroics for. Yeah, I don't know. Slippery slope, maybe? So this build also includes functionality for Battleground, PvP, Raid, and Dungeons weekly quests. Interesting that they're going to be in from the start, so we'll also have a look at those. This build also includes functionality for random Battleground rewards with daily wins. Please note, these are not final reward values. And the level 60 Onyxia should be available once again. Don't really want to go back. We won't worry about any of the fixes or any of the dungeon fixes, class fixes, because ultimately the classes need to work. Let's just jump in game and look at some of the big ones. So let's first address the elephant in the room, which is going to be the obtaining emblems from quests and being able to get these extra bonuses. So we'll look at those first, because if that's the thing that you're most intrigued about, because if you're new to Wrath or you're just coming back for Wrath and you can't really remember how it was back in the day, this was not a thing. This is new to Classic, but not new to retail. If you play retail, you know it's quite normal to get sort of raid items, if you like, from questing. So first of all, if we have a real quick look through my quest log, Zul'Drak was one of the biggest problem zones that I had, where I just couldn't get past some of these quests. You'll see Champion's Call, which is just to go to Amphitheatre of Anguish. This isn't the final part of a quest. This is actually a breadcrumb quest, and it's rewarding Northrend adventuring supplies. We'll head over to Zul'Drak and see what that actually gives. Whilst the character's flying over, so we're not wasting time, let me show you a quest that's giving emblems of heroism now. So placing Hodir's helm in Storm Peaks. This is a quest all to do with Sons of Hodir. And as you see, it's going to give an emblem of heroism. And this is just for placing Hodir's helm. And whilst there are quite a few quests in the overall quest chain, this particular part of the story is only a two-part series. It's first of all getting the materials you need to forge the head, and then it's making the head and actually placing it up on the mantle. And then this will then lead on to polishing the helm, which is now a daily. So it will be interesting to find a big database that I'm sure, as we go along. I'm very tempted to level another character on the beta just to test exactly what ones are giving emblems of heroism. This is just one particular quest I happen to have in my quest log at the moment. But it also looks like things like group quests. So in Dragonblight, these are only like 72 to 73 quests, but both group quests are giving this Northrend adventuring supplies. And on the basis, actually, the Champion's Call is a group quest as well, even though it's only a breadcrumb quest. It kind of makes sense that all group quests are going to be rewarding these supplies. The reason Betrayal will have it is because it gives a blue reward, so it is actually the end of a quest chain. And Patrol is a particularly long quest chain. And then when we look at Precious Elemental Fluids, which is just a random quest in Zul'Drak, that doesn't give one. So it appears to be the end of quest chains or group quests. But let's head over and hand this in and see what we get. So as I say, this was just a quest that I picked up from Dalaran, which leads you to the Amphitheatre of Anguish, which, if you're not familiar with this place, it is basically Northren's Ring of Blood. And inside this, we've got, wow, we got so much. So we got 2 mana potions, 2 runic healing potions, some Guru's elixirs, so nice sort of buff elixirs to be using while you're going around, elixir of armor pen, elixir of mighty fortitude, some scrolls of protection, some water, some food. That is a lot of stuff just to have picked up a quest, a breadcrumb quest, to lead over to here and hand it in. If you're getting that all the time, that could really diminish the cost of things like mana potions, you know, for alchemists making mana potions, because we're just going to have an absolute abundance of this stuff, which is both good and both bad. Again, I'm not sitting here saying I don't like this change, because actually I think it's quite cool. Is it necessary? Probably not. And when we look through the quest log, you can see dungeon quests are not giving anything additional. It does just appear to be those long quest chains where you're going to get this Northrend adventuring supplies or group quests. I'll be interested to see over time how much comes out of these things. You know, was I just very lucky? Because that is only one. I am going to smash through a few quests and collate some of this information, and then probably put out a part 2 to this video covering a bit more like, I opened 20 of these crates, what did I get? That kind of thing. So be sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss that, do you? I don't know, do you? And now with that out of the way, what we'll do is we'll go over to Moonglade and I'll just show you this talent preview panel, which you may have seen before because I'm guessing it's exactly the same as Retail. But if you haven't played Retail, let's have a quick look at that, and then I can go to bed. So first of all, to actually put it on, you need to go to Interface, then you'll need to go to Features, and it's the same place as where Equipment Manager is, so you can just turn on Preview Talent Changes. So what it says is, if enabled, you'll be able to review your talent points in the talent interface before spending your talent points. So if we just put some points in anywhere we want, and then we go, oh, actually, I've done that point wrong, or I've done this point wrong, or whatever, you can literally just reset all of your points and then do it again properly. So again, we've put points in there, and then you might go, oh, I was meant to go tank. You can reset, start again. I know that's not a big deal, but it is a nice feature. It is a cool feature, and one that you're definitely going to use, because if you're anything like me, at some point you've been respecing and you've got carried away a bit while you're clicking, and you've put 1 point somewhere you didn't want to, and then you've had to pay another 50 gold to respec. No more of that. I don't feel like I need to go into any more information on this, though. It's fairly basic. And that's it. Some crazy news, I think. Particularly the getting emblems from quests and getting them bags from quests with a ludicrous amount of consumables in the one bag that we opened. As I say, more information to come as I open more of them. That's the talent panel. And quite honestly, on here, there's nothing else that should surprise you too much whatsoever. So be sure to like and subscribe, check out Rested XP in the pinned comment below, and roll the outro. There's lots of ways you can support the channel to keep me here putting out World of Warcraft content and covering all future MMOs. Consider joining the channel as a member. You get access to emotes, everyone will know you're a member when you comment on future videos because you get a nice icon next to your name, and you get access to members-only videos, which I'll be putting a lot of on the channel throughout the year. Additionally, there's a Patreon link in the description as well. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you on the next one.